Hey, how's it going? So again, another non-Instant Pot meal, and we're actually going to do this in two parts. We're going to provide two forms of value. Number one, delicious recipes, and number two, a couple hacks for those of you who are diving into your home-based businesses now that you have, I don't want to say more time, but you're definitely at home more. And for those of you who are looking for extra income, I know hopefully this will help you. And if it does, cool. And if not, you get a delicious recipe out of this. So really quickly, we're gonna be showing you two real quick recipes. Ones that I think we had this last week, but it's so good. And you're basically looking at guacamole and salsa, or Pico De Gallo, however you wanna call it. And what's funny is that as I'm doing this, it's almost exactly the same ingredients in both. So just to get to the food part really quick. So for guacamole, it's quite simple. Hey Wendy, hey Kelly. It's your avocados, and I'll show you really quickly how, the basic avocado, it's pretty simple. As far as the pit, if you want a trick, what we do is you just take it sideways and then you can turn it. So you hit the seed, turn it, it pops right off. And then we just get a spoon it out. This one happens to be perfect. I find avocados can be like hit and miss, but this one was perfect. So I think I've got about 8 avocados in there. And then again, the rest of the ingredients for your guac is pretty similar to what you're gonna put in your Pico De Gallo. So for that, we already have our red onions cut up. So I'm gonna save most of it for the salsa, maybe a handful, so like a 1/4 cup of red onions. Lime juice, honestly, we probably had the most dehydrated limes ever. I think I went through about 16 limes, but normally for guac, you're gonna need about 6 limes. So I'm just gonna add about 6 limes juice worth into here. And then what we also like to put into ours is some of the tomatoes. You can use cherry tomatoes, you can use any kind. There happened to be a good deal on organic Roma tomatoes. So I'm gonna put maybe, I don't know, 1/4 cup of Roma tomatoes in there. And then the last thing is garlic. Okay, so that's it for your guac. And then what I would suggest, garlic, again, if you know us, we add way too much garlic. Probably looking at maybe 6 cloves of garlic. And then take your fork and mash it up. I don't like mine pureed. I like it a little bit chunky. So that's your guac. And ironically, salsa is almost exactly the same. Roma tomatoes, gonna put in maybe 1/2 cup of red onion. You can use green onions, you can use, I think last time I used regular onions. Kind of depends, who's eating it and what your taste preference is. Angel and I happen to like the onions in there. So yeah, about 1/2 cup. Sorry, I'm just looking to gauge. And then again, lime juice, probably a little bit more than your guac. I'm gonna use about normally 8 limes or 342 dehydrated ones if you've got the ones we did. And then again, garlic. So depending on what you want, I would use maybe 4 cloves of garlic. We're gonna use probably 8 to 10. And then cilantro. Now I know a lot of people are anti-cilantro. I posted about my cilantro being limp the other day. You can put the jokes down below. And someone said, just throw it out because it's disgusting. Cilantro by itself, some people find disgusting. In Pico De Gallo, I'm sorry, it's a must. So about, again, 1/4 cup of chopped up cilantro, and that is your Pico De Gallo. Honestly, it's super easy. It's delish. And then what we're gonna do, I think I have it. I'll just show you really quick before I mix them both up. So there's your Pico De Gallo, and then we've got our guacamole ready to be cooked. And then all I do is, I took about 8 chicken breasts, sauteed them in your basic low sodium Old El Paso taco seasoning mix with some olive oil, and then I'll just barbecue those. So the cool part about that now is Angel and I can have it in a lettuce wrap if we want. The kids can have it as a quesadilla, a soft tortilla, anything you want. So that's gonna last us probably till Friday, which is cool. Now here's the tricky part for those of you who are doing your own social media, whether you're doing it as a business, Microwaving. I did that. Funny you say that, Kelly. I did. I put them in there for about 30 seconds. Esme was cutting them up, helping me. She's like, why are these hot? It did not help, but thanks for the tip. I'd heard that one before. So here's the tip. And if you're doing any kind of social media, for us, we're busy. We both have kids, yet we run a successful online wellness company. So for me, this is what I do. And you can follow through with these steps and maybe write it down. I'll make a short little video and maybe put it in my Instagram stories over at FitFamFits. But before you post any Facebook Live, it'll give you the option, click HD, and then click Save Video. If you post your video on Facebook before you save it, it's a pain in the butt. So you save it, it'll say saved, and then you post it. Now, here are your other options with that, which is really cool. You now have that piece of content. The next thing I do is I take that content, simply upload it to a YouTube channel. Then I take that content and I upload it to my IGTV. I'll take kind of a cool picture as a front page for it. Then what I do is, because I've made this anyway, we have a blog over at fitzpatrickfamilyfitness.com. I will actually put the recipe there, so if you want it there, it will be there in about an hour. I will take the video from YouTube, put it in there. Then from the picture, I basically take the picture, I'll put like some graphics on it using PicMonkey. It's super cheap, or Canva. I take the picture and I put some text on it, and then I put it on Pinterest. So basically you've taken this one really delicious meal, taken the content, and it's now on Instagram stories, your IGTV, it's on Pinterest, it's on YouTube, it's on our blog, it's on Facebook. And that's the way, everybody always says, I couldn't do what you guys do because I don't have the time. Well, one of the things we do is we teach you how to have the time with the little pockets that you do and to make it a successful business. And you know what? The worst case scenario for us is we've got this amazing food in front of us, we're eating healthier, and we're surrounded by a lot of really positive people. So I call that successful either way. So anyway, if you have any questions, let us know. But yeah, this will be up on the blog and everywhere else, probably about an hour. And if you have more questions, please feel free to send me a PM or a DM, and more than happy to walk you through how to do that step by step by step. Okay? Have a great Tuesday.